How are you?
Hi, how are ya?
Good. I just had a customer here. I know it's just you and I. I had a customer here, and I sell my wax because some of them are like at 5 years old. So I
Yeah.
sell my regular wax for $1 a bar, and my license are $2 a bar. I just sold $107 worth of wax.
Yay! Now
So
you
now,
can reinvest it.
yes, now I'm going through my inventory and deducting all the stuff that I no longer have.
That's awesome, Dennis. That's so awesome.
She literally wiped, I mean, not wiped me out. I had 410 wax bars,
Holy cow.
and she bought probably about 85 to 90 wax bars.
That's totally awesome. That's totally awesome. So I have a Cricut.
Okay.
I have a Maker 3, and I've been trying to think of a decal, probably about, I don't know, 2x2, 4x4, something reasonable that I can hand out to everybody. And I think I wanted to say, be the sunshine.
That'll be nice.
And maybe in a put a sunshine in it, like have the words around it, or
Yes.
have a rubber ducky and have DDSD in it.
Yeah. Or you know what you could do? I mean, I'm not creative. Have the sunshine in the middle and be sunshine. Like be, I don't know if
Uh,
sunshine is going to fit at the
Sunshine.
bottom, but I don't know how that would work.
I'm gonna have to play it on my Cricut because if I can print out, I don't know, 100, 200 of them. It's not as many as Tammy's 4,000 stickers, but
Yeah. Awesome.
yeah, either that or I was gonna do the little state of Florida, SRF 2024 with the state of Florida.
That'll be good.
So I don't know yet. I don't know. I want to do something because I didn't do anything last year. But
See,
as you pass
I
people,
think of
they
it.
hand you stuff.
Yeah, see, I think of it too late, and by the time I think of it, it's too late, and now we're here.
That's how I feel. But I mean, there's still some things I can, like I could get yellow vinyl on a roll and just print it out,
Yeah,
and not do the HTV, but do like maybe stickers or something like that on my Cricut. I don't know.
that'll be good.
Yeah, trying to keep a eye on this darn hurricane.
Is it hit? Now, is it gonna hit you guys?
It's not gonna hit us in Florida, but it's hitting my in-laws in Jamaica.
Oh, that's right. I remember. You know what? You did say that, and I apologize. I forgot about. I
That's
forgot
okay.
about it.
Yeah. Hey, Rebecca, she made it again this week. Whoop whoop.
Oop,
Oh, we lost
sorry,
her.
I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just trying to do
No, you do
my
your
wax thing.
inventory. I'm gonna try to print these things I made. I'm gonna mute because there's background noise here. So
I know I'm gonna do the same thing.
Hi, Dawn. How you feeling, pumpkin pie?
Oh, I'm just feeling energized.
Woohoo!
Sorry, trying to get ready for work and do the Zoom call and all that fun jazz.
Listen, I can appreciate that.
I don't.
One day you won't have to get ready for work. You'll just have to get ready for a Zoom call.
Right?
Yeah,
One of these days I'll be a day walker again and go back to days.
there you go.
Yeah, right.
But you make more
Everybody
money.
excited for SFR?
Oh, I'm so ready.
I'm glad someone is. I'm
I'm
still
ready.
packing. I'm still
No,
looking for
I haven't
stuff.
even started packing.
My mind is going a million miles a minute. I got some shorts in today.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sent me the wrong color, so yay.
Mm, I hate that.
You know, it is what it is.
Hey
DPP on
guys, hey
blood.
guys,
Good
hey
morning,
guys.
Debbie. Or good
How's it
evening.
going? That's all right. I know you, Don, you work all kind of hours. I guess I can see you saying that.
I say good morning 24 hours a day.
Oh, I know. I'm so happy that. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Rebecca. I was
Hi.
trying to see who's on the call. Um, I'm so thrilled to have our speaker tonight because she's new.
Yes.
Can't wait to have her to come in and share what she's been doing with her business. How
Yeah.
things been going with you guys? You guys been busy?
Yeah. Trying to stay busy at least.
Oh
There's Miss
yeah.
Brenda.
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Brenda.
Oh my God, we got how many days? Let's see. Hold on.
I
I'm
guess we need
pulling
to
it
put
up.
on a group page right quick to let everybody know to remind everybody that the
Look,
call is happening right now. Let me go here to remind
11
everybody because
days.
we
11 days, y'all. 11 days.
yeah, this reminder out here because sometimes they forget.
There's Dr.
Let me
Gail.
see. Let me see if I can do that now. Uh, and guys, remind your team members that we are here on. Hey, Dr. Gail.
Hello.
Let's see. I'm trying to tag everybody so everybody can be on the call. We are here.
Me
Can
and Miss
somebody put
Brenda
it on the
together.
leadership call? Just to remind everybody that
I
we
just
are here.
me and Alicia both put it in Duck Duck.
Okay. Duck, duck, quack, quack. Okay, let's see. We put this in here right quick. We are here. And this other chat, like we are here. Okay. Let's see. I just put it in the groups and so we just gonna let it do what it do, guys. Happy Tuesday, guys. So I'm so thrilled and excited to introduce to you guys one of our newest team members. And you would think that she's been around here for a long time because of the way she performed. And let me tell you a little bit about how we connected. We have not met yet, but she was my customer and she was getting she was on the Cincy Club getting a whip box. And I sent her a message and asked her if she knew anybody who would be willing to take on having an account to get cash back on purchases. She said, okay, can you tell me more? She was out of town. She said, I'll contact you Tuesday when I get back. I said, okay, but I didn't hear from her. So I called her back or I messaged her and we talked on the phone and she said, okay, let's do it. And when I tell you guys, and most times when you do this, you sometimes kind of push back and you just allow them to just be that customer. But in her case, I asked her, I said, would you be interested in knowing all the perks that a new consultant would be eligible for? She said, yes, I want to know. So I gave her the shooting star information. I gave her the sensational start level information. And I told her about a chat that we have. I said, would you like to be in the chat? She said, yeah, put me in there. So Okay, that's my little introduction. I'm gonna let her tell you the rest. But I was just so impressed with the way she hit those numbers. It's just, and I didn't even know she was a doctor until the last call. I didn't know she had a PhD. So it goes to tell you that when we're talking about the opportunity, you should totally ask everybody. Because I mean, we've had several doctors on our team. That's how my daughter chose dentistry, because we had Dr. Thompson on the team. She's a dentist. So we've had several doctors, we've had medical doctors on the team, we've had some people with PhDs, we've had ministers on the team. I just signed up a minister yesterday. We have stay-at-home moms, because all these jobs are important jobs, doesn't matter what it is. There, if you're a stay-at-home mom, that's a lot of work. So, so, but anyway, I just wanted to introduce to you guys Dr. Gail. Are you here, sweetheart?
I am here. And I just want to say good evening to everybody and thank you, Debbie, for the introduction and just give you guys a little bit more about me. Um, let's see, I went to Jacksonville State University. My first official tax-paying job was with the University of Wisconsin, and I recruited for them. I was actually their first African-American recruiter, so I made history by starting that job. And then I got lonely and thought I was in love. Well, I was in love. He wasn't in love. So I came home and well, closer to Alabama, and I moved to Madison, Wisconsin. And I worked for the State Department with my master's in vocational rehabilitation. And from there, I met a guy who ended up being my husband. And we both got into education. He was a science teacher, athletic coach, as well as a academic coach, and I was a high school guidance counselor. And from there, I got a job working as a federal programs director with the Carver County School District. And then I wanted to do more for the students. I was very involved with the students, but I didn't have a direct impact on them. My impact was more indirect. I managed all the grant funding that we had. I managed the largest budget in the school district outside of the total budget itself. So I managed about $3.5 million, but I still didn't feel like I was making a direct impact for our students. And I wanted them to have a direct impact because I felt like I was that middle child in college where I wasn't that super athlete. I wasn't an athlete at all. I wasn't blessed to have talent in the arts and sciences, although I did play a musical instrument. I was in the band, but I was never the standout. I was never the number one in anything. And so I felt like for those kids who were in the middle, that we never got the attention that we deserve and the honors that we deserve. And so, yeah, Debbie was in the band. And so at that point, I decided that I wanted to run for superintendent. And in my area, you have to run and you have to decide on what ticket that you wanted to run. So all this is new to me. Truly, when I said I wasn't a politician, I wasn't. I was simply trying to advocate for our students. Well, I won. I won and had a phenomenal time and advocating for our boys and girls. There was like 3,500 or 2,500 students, 400 employees. And I absolutely loved my job. It was absolutely the best job I've ever had in my life, but it was also the toughest job. But no one could outbeat me in working for the boys and girls of the school district. So with that, I ran again. I lost, and so I went back to my original position, which was federal programs director. But at that point, I felt as though I wasn't giving those kids what I needed. So I decided that I would retire and go into another profession. And God has really blessed me to earn a salary that gave me an opportunity to retire. Now, I wasn't, as they say, old enough to retire, but I did have the years because I started working right when I was 20. So I graduated from college and got that first job. So moving forward, I retired and I became a therapeutic therapist with Alabama Mentor. Before all of that, I was in graduate school, got my EDS, and my professor told me that the next thing was to get my doctorate. And let's just go back a step. I was not a smart student at all. School was the toughest thing I have ever done in my life. I would rather work in a cotton field than study for a test, just because I did not have that natural achievement or natural aptitude ability. So I always had to study long and hard and put in that extra time. Whereas my classmates, many of my classmates would just wouldn't even pick up a book and they would pass test. So here I was now working on my PhD for somebody who didn't like school. Nevertheless, my mom pushed me. She encouraged me and said, "Hey, you got to do this. This is the last step." And so I did. And with that, God had afforded me many, many opportunities. So moving forward, I met Sweet Debbie after getting products from her, and she was even sending me samples, and have never met her personally. And like she said, she sent me a text, and I said, "Well, tell me more." Well, needless to say, I got in, and I wanted to do something for me. So many times in this business, we say, "What is your why?" And my why is that I have spent my entire life, and when I say my entire life since third grade, helping others. Now, let me give you a little background about my mom and my personal life. My mom is the oldest, longest serving foster parent in the state of Alabama. And I have about 500 brothers and sisters. And she started when my grandmother passed, and I was in third grade. And from there, my mom has since been that foster parent. And so at the age of, when I was in third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, I could calm a baby that had colic. I could change a baby's diaper. I could heal a rash on their bottoms. So I was very mature for my age and keeping kids. And so with that, I got into the helping profession. So when I was at the University of Wisconsin, I worked for the state of Alabama. I worked for different school systems. I was always helping other people. Certainly when I had my child, everybody was before Gail, and I never put Gail first. Well, in this position, guess who gets to be first? Not my son, not my mom, not my sisters, not my brothers, not family and friends. It was all about Gail. And for the first time at the age of 56, I became number one in Gail's life. And I became number one because I chose to put Cincy, chose Cincy as my go-to, that it was personalized just for me. And what made it even easier for me is that it was my own personal space that I love to make smell good. My car, my bathrooms, the kitchen, the bedroom, my sheets, everything, as long as it smelled good. My body, I have a collection of perfumes. As long as it smelled good, I was happy, clean and happy. I was one of those persons. But now I get paid to have my house, my environment, my space smelling good. And it was definitely an easy fit for me. And so with that, it made it really easy because I was already getting the whiff box. So now I'm paying myself to have my environment smelling good. It was great. And so now I have this perfect world, and where I lived in, where my environment smelled the best, absolutely the best. So what have I learned thus far from being a consultant? There are a couple of things, there's several things. Number one, there's a support group. So if you're new to this and y'all who are experienced, you already know this, but there are tons, absolutely tons of support groups out there on social media. There's one that even has flyers. You do not have to create a single flyer. Go to that group and the flyers are made for you. If you don't see the flyer, you put your question in and people will create a flyer for you, or post a flyer. I have been in the world of work for the last 35 years. I've never had the support that I've had than I have with Cincy. Not even when I was in graduate school, postgraduate school, all of those jobs. I've just never been a part of a team that was just as concerned about my success as I was concerned about my success. So if there's anything that I can tell you, join those different sites out there in social media. You don't have to be creative, because I'm not a creative thinker, but I like to be creative. Well, listen, that takes all my worry away. All I have to do is cut and paste, and I can cut and paste. That's the easy part, the best part about this. Number two, go for the no. Go for the no. Ask everybody. I've asked my pastor. I've even put a warmer in his office, and he's allowed me to do that. So when people come in, they say, "Oh, Pastor, your office smells good." Well, he said, "Oh, well, Sister Thatcher gave me this. Oh, Sister Thatcher was selling this." Absolutely wonderful. Go for the no. If you never ask, you're gonna absolutely never get a yes. But if you ask, you have increased your chance of getting a yes by 100%. So always go for the no. People that you would normally think that do not have an interest in supporting you, they are and they will. Don't be surprised though. Those people who you think should support you, ought to support you, they may not support you. But hey, don't quit. Keep it going. Number three, make a commitment to your business. This is just for me. All you experienced consultants, you know this, but every hour I commit to work in my business, not for my professional job, but for my business, the one that has Gail name on the business cards, and the money comes directly to me and my efforts, not the one that goes to the big company and the CEO gets all the big money. I am the CEO of my company, and I give myself and my business a minimum of 1 hour per day. So on Facebook, I have 7,100 friends, tons. So what do? Every day I text or make some type of communication with 30 to 45 people every single day, letting them know what products we have. And where do I get that information from? The social media sites, from you guys. I cut and paste, you name it, but I do a minimum of 30 to 45 people every day. Sometimes I don't hear from anybody. Other times I'll hear from 3 or 4. But guess what? It goes back to number 2. If I go for the no, I am always going to get some type of positive response. But if I don't do anything, I'm guaranteed an absolutely no commitment at all. And number 4, a thank you. Always make a big deal and saying thank you to your clients, whether they buy $20 or $100. It is a big deal, and you make it a big deal. You do whatever you can to make them feel as though they're wanted, they are appreciated, and there is nothing more important for you or them than you saying thank you. Now, there are 2 very small words, but they are powerful, and those people will come back. I already have repeat customers just because I have been genuine, I have been kind, and I have been prompt in my services. And I have been appreciative. I tell them that over and over again. I cannot do this without you. When I made each of my steps, and as I continue to make steps, I never say I won or I did it. I say we did it. We won. We made the next step. Because if it wasn't for their $15, $75, $55, I wouldn't have gotten any of those levels. So it is up to me to make sure that I recognize my clients and to say thank you. Now, that's not a big deal, and that is not rocket science. That is common courtesy. But sometimes we get into the flow of things that we tend to forget the tiny things, and that is those two words that mean a lot, and they are thank you. Number 5, recognize those celebrations. And y'all, I cheat on this too. When Facebook tells me I have 14 friends who are celebrating a birthday, guess what I do? I go back to what Debbie or one of you all gave us, a little script. I cut and paste and say, oh, by the way, happy birthday. And you know, just because it's your birthday, you get 20% off. Woo! Now, I've been doing that for the last 20 days. I have not yet had anybody accept that offer, but I still do it. I still do it. People still say thank you for the offer. They appreciate the offer. They'll look into the offer, but no one has absolutely said, hey, I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to do that. When I say, I tell you I cheat, I cheat. I cut and paste. As soon as Facebook give me those 14, 15, 5, 7 names, I go ahead and say happy birthday with that. And number 6, if I had an area of improvement for myself, I have to start thinking that Scentsy should be the number one thing on my brain as a therapist, as a trained therapist, as a trained counselor. I am always in that counseling or that therapeutic mode. So when I'm going places and I see a little kid acting out, I wonder, is that kid hurting mentally, emotionally, socially, or physically? If I see an adult that is crying in the waiting room of a doctor's office, I immediately, my brain tells me, okay, what is wrong with that person? Have they had a death in the family? Have something happened? I am in that therapeutic mode. Now I have to, incongruent with that therapist mode, get in my senses mode. And so when I go to these places, I need to have samples. I need to have business cards. I need to have my conversation ready. And I haven't gotten to that point yet. It's always an afterthought. So let me give you an example. We have 2 offices here in North Alabama. And the one that's in the Huntsville office, they have a warmer, and that warmer has had that same non-smelling wax in it for the last 3 weeks. Now, I told myself, I said, Gail, you need to bring some wax next week. If I had been on my game, I would have put that wax in my car and it would have been there, but I didn't. So guess what I saw today? That same non-smelling wax. So guess what? It won't happen next week. I already have it in my car and it is ready to rock and roll. I'm not going to say anything to anybody. I'm not going to ask permission. I'm going to go ahead and put that wax in there and let it melt. Let that smell go all over that office. And then guess what they're going to say? Who did that? Where did that come from? Oh, that's me. That's Gail. I did that. And I'm going to do that in all the different places that I go, because again, I have to be on my game. I have to be on my game everywhere I go. So now, not only am I coming to everyone as a therapist, I'm also coming to everyone as their favorite Scentsy girl. And that's what I want to do. So if I had to identify one area, I would say that I have to always stay on my game when it comes to Scentsy. just as I do as a therapist. I'm always ready for the intervention mode as a therapist, be it a toddler, a high schooler, a young adult, a middle-aged adult, or even an elderly person. I am always ready to help that person wherever they are. Now I have to be ready and willing to share my senses and make everyone smell good at the level that they're ready to achieve. So I say all of that to say, don't quit. And so I have a poem that I love, absolutely love, that it has gotten me through a lot of things. And it is entitled, Don't Quit. When things go wrong, as sometimes they will, when the road you're toiling seems all uphill, when the funds are low, but the debts are high, you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with twists and turns. Let's see. Life is strange with twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learn. And many failures turn about when we might have won had we stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. You can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. And when things seems worse, you must not quit. Rest if you must, but don't you quit. Good evening. I'm your favorite Sissy girl, and I'm Dr. Satchel. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh my gosh, you blew it out. Oh, you came ready. You came prepared, had your numbers laid out. We were not even ready, but that was so amazing. So guys, anybody want to open up and ask Dr. Gail any questions or say anything? This was powerful, especially since you're new. You're new, and it's just, I mean, yeah, you got our attention. Anybody else want to say anything?
And no one has deemed me their favorite Cincy girl. I gave myself that title. And so when I say thank you, or when I say, hey, yes, it's your favorite Cincy girl, it's Dr. Gail, just because I want people to be excited about my profession as much as I am giving them something to improve their lives. Yes, I do plan to add recruits. I have 3 in the wings. I have not had anybody to officially commit, but I do have 3 that have been constantly in contact with me.
I love it. She know I'm here to help her out. And that's
Absolutely.
the same thing with you guys. Any of you, anytime you have somebody who's interested, tie me in a 3-way. We can do a conference, whatever. Because sometimes it may be something that they may not know how to ask, or you guys may not know how to answer. So I'm here. Just want you to know that.
And one of the things that I learned is that $500 is my magic number. And I didn't realize that. In my first 2 parties, I had over $800. And I didn't know that I should have closed those at the $500 mark. So I'm still learning those tiny bits of pieces of information. And as I'm growing, Debbie has been a great mentor in saying, hey, this is your number. $500 is your magic number. She also told me that I need to have several parties open. I didn't know that. And so now, instead of having 1 or 2, now I have 4 open. I'm going to open up another one today. So it's just little things like that that keeps me going. But again, I have the cheat sheet. I have the veterans. I have all the different websites. So I have truly just been a follower. Now, normally I'm a leader by nature, but in this occupation, I have been a fantastic follower, and I am following with my hands on my hips and a smile on my face.
You know what I love too about you, Dr. Gail? Even though you have a PhD, you don't, I mean, again, I didn't know this, but as long you're a student and you continue to be a student. And as long as you're a student, you'll take information in, and you don't look at anybody else to be like beneath you. I love that about you. That's what I love most, because sometimes, you know, a lot of times people are unrelatable when they have a
Right.
PhD or a doctor, you just can't even communicate with them. But you are not like that. And we love you for that. I just had to throw
My-
that in there.
Thank you. My grandmother always told me when I was working on my doctorate, don't be an educated fool. And so I promised her that I would not be an educated fool.
I want to say great job. Great job. I enjoyed listening to you. And I love seeing that you're always congratulating others.
Yes, thank you. And I also support other small businesses. I can't afford to do everybody, but I do try to make it a habit to support small businesses. So even local restaurants, and there are small mom and pops restaurants, I'll go live or I'll say, hey, look, I had a great meal at such and such place, because I want people to know that when you support small businesses, you're supporting a family, a livelihood. And I want them to know that, and I appreciate that.
We love that. And we often say, pay it forward by congratulating other people and and loving on others, because we get our blessings back when we
You
pay
got
it
it.
forward. And we see that with you, because you don't mind sharing the things that you've done, because I have actually learned from you. It doesn't matter how long you've been a consultant, we can all learn from each other. And you've
Right.
shown that by, this is the one thing I learned from Dr. Gill, guys. When she was trying to hit her shooting star, I said, what did you do? She told me, I'm asking her so I can share with you guys. She said she was texting people every day, telling them that she need, how was that again? I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute. What you
Yes,
tell me you did?
So I text 30 to 45 people every day, either through text or through social media, personally, through Messenger, and just say, hey, I'm a new Scentsy consultant and I need your help. Or I would text them the fragrance of the day or whatever you guys posted, to be honest with you. I would text it to them and letting them know. And like I said, sometimes I get a great response and sometimes I get nothing, but I always put it on their minds, on their hearts, and in their inbox. And so when they think of their favorite Scentsy girl, they're going to call Gail. Let me give you an example. Somebody, a stranger, I had no idea, made a post and said, hey, do you guys know anybody that sells Scentsy? I didn't see the post, but people started tagging me that knew me just because I had was doing all my posts. I got a new customer from other people, and those other people had not made a purchase from me, but they recommended me. And if there was like 15 different people recommending others, out of the 15, 12 recommended Gail. 12 recommended Gail. So it works, it gets out there. So even if they don't, they know who you are, and you're on their minds, you're in their hearts, and you're in their inboxes and on their social media page.
I love that. You know what? Your approach is a whole lot like Angela's. Angela is really good about recognizing her customers on Facebook. That's the same thing I see you doing.
Yes.
And it does go over so well when people recognize, you recognize them and you're thanking them publicly. They do appreciate that. And customer service is huge, because just like you said, if they don't buy from you, but they recognize how consistent you are. And now
Right.
Dennis is like that in another way. I see Dennis being very, very, I don't know if he's still on here, but every month I'm on his list from Project Broadcast. It's a texting system. Every month I'm going to, oh, hey, Dennis. Hello, my brother. So
Hello.
every month I'm going to get a text from him every month. And since he has a special, he's going to notify his customers. You're talking about excellent personal customer service. He provides that. And it's so big, when you providing the best customer service, it pays off. What do you got to say about that, Dennis? Tell them about your things that you do to provide the best customer service.
I basically what I do for a customer when they order from me, I always give them Happy Mail. I send them an envelope with a scent circle, a thank you postcard, and sometimes I give a little coupon. Sometimes if they're decent customers, I give them free shipping on their next order. I always use Project Broadcast when sending out messages. So basically it is $18 a month for their program. And I think you get 500 messages per month. I send out probably about 150, 155 messages each month or a couple times a month. You will get the original stop, and that's fine because they may not be interested anymore, but you still have a way to communicate to your customers, and that's how you have them coming back to you. You always have to follow up with them. If you don't follow up, they're going to go with somebody that will follow up with them.
Dennis, what did you call that program?
Project Broadcast.
Okay.
It is $18 a month. They give you a phone number. So I use that with, I have now, my business cards have my personal phone number on it. I just send out messages. My customer know that I also have a business phone number where they can reach me also. But they give you a separate phone number for Project Broadcast.
Perfect. I like that. And that's what it's all about for those of you that are new. It's beg, borrow, and stealing from others. You do not have to create anything whatsoever. Even the website is already there. All you do is add your name and your story. It's simple. It's a no-brainer. You do not have to be a rocket scientist to be a part of Cincy. It is for everybody. Everybody. When I say think of non-discriminatory, it is non-discriminatory. It is all inclusive of everybody. And you decide on what level that you want to work. Now, remember, I'm retired, so I'm getting that salary. I'm working full time. I get that salary. Y'all, I work at a restaurant on Sundays as a hostess. I do that. But hey, those businesses do not have my name on the door. But Cincy, it has my name, Dr. Gail Satchel, and I love it. And the reason I put doctor on my Cincy card, because I'm still paying my student loans.
Well, you earned it. You earned that. You
Right.
earned that. That's quite
Right.
all right.
And so I want everybody to know that, hey, I'm your only favorite Cincy girl, and my name is Dr. Gail. And it's all about having fun, keeping a smile, and people knowing that you are available, you're approachable, and you have a product that they want. And I want them to buy it from me.
Oh, yes, that's amazing. And Dennis, thank you for those comments because I knew that he could explain about being you see, he provides the best customer service. And like the Project Broadcast he's talking about, I have it also. So you can actually go to, there is a Facebook page for Project Broadcast. There's also YouTube videos out there, so you can learn more about it. And they have some great customer service. I've had it probably about, I don't know, I can't remember. My daughter set it up for me because we came off of another program that Cincy had. But what I love most about Project Broadcast, you can type in that one message, and that one message will go to all those people you select. So you don't have to keep sending out separate ones, you know? So, and how I lead mine, Dennis, I say hi friend. Dennis, how does yours begin? I can't remember. I say hi friend, so they don't think it's coming in as a group. How I
start mine is usually good morning, happy Monday.
Okay.
So I just do whatever day I do as you do, like, happy Friday, or, just whatever day I basically am sending it is what I usually put, like, like I said, happy Monday, happy Friday. Can you believe happy first day of summer, stuff like that.
Okay. I like that. I like that better because I just been singing hi friend. So, but I also, and I think Dennis does it too. You can attach pictures to it. Like if I have a flyer, so I always attach, well, whatever's going on. Like if it's a sale or something like that, I'm gonna attach that flyer or a picture or something to give them something to look at. And always put your website out there. So like in my case with the Project Broadcast, what I like is you can separate certain groups of people. So for example, if you work fairs and shows, you can have a tag for that fair. Do you have yours separated, Dennis? Do you have tags on yours?
I do not. I only just really send out messages. I don't do the tags. I will send out mass texts. I schedule them, but I don't use. I'm not familiar with some of the other ways of using project broadcasts like others are.
Hey,
Okay,
Debbie,
gotcha.
I have it too. I do have tags on mine.
Okay, you use the
Like-
tags, right?
Yeah, like
I-
I even have one for my team. I hadn't sent it as regular as one, but I have my team members in there, so I can send them something in project broadcast.
That's a good idea. And Dennis, it's not hard. You know, I'm not savvy at all, but let me tell you how I use the tags. I use the tags for like mini fan diffusers because they need more pods. I use it for people who buy diffusers, the regular diffusers, they're gonna be oils. I use it for people who buy the air purifiers. I mean, you know, you can put multiple tags in it. For example, if I meet a person at a fair and show and they bought these things, you could put several tags in there. So when I go to, like, for example, if somebody's buying something from me on my website, I have website orders on that tag. So I know that that's where, I mean, certain things that I do, I put it via the tags. That's how it's really, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I love it. That's all I know how to do. I don't know how to do anything other than the tags, and I do know how to schedule the messages out. I know how to do that and add the contacts. That's about as far as I've gotten it. So it's a lot of features out there, a lot of features. I think they have like landing pages and all that. I don't know how to do all that. Anybody know how to do the landing pages? Anybody? One of these days I'll figure out how to do that one. But anything else? Anybody else want to say? Dr. Gail has done an amazing job. Anybody else got any comments?
Debbie,
Hey,
hey,
Christina.
it's Christina Spears. So I do not know how to do that, but I did have something I wanted to say to Gail. I've really enjoyed this and learned some things. Well, one thing I wanted to say, we're in the same quote unquote neck of the woods. And so you may be familiar with this person I'm about to tell you about. So you named yourself everybody's favorite Cincy girl. There was a comedian that recently passed away. His name is James Gregory. And a long time ago, when he first started out in comedy, he was like, I don't know, 70 or 80 when he passed. He named himself America's Funniest Man. And everybody just went with it. Everybody just went. So you can give yourself a title, you deserve it.
Exactly.
You're starting out really, really, really good at what you do. And so, yeah, it's you deserve that. And you need to look at America's Funniest Man because he just recently passed away. We saw him, I don't know, 2 or 3 times at the comedy club in Huntsville. We liked him so much. We took my mom, and then we went back again, and we took my daughters, and we were getting ready to go again. And then we found out we felt like we knew him by the time he passed away, but funny guy, and he named himself the funniest guy. And then what you were saying about telling people thank you, I totally resonated with that. Every time that I deliver an order, you know those thank you cards that came in your kit? I just put, I totally take a hole punch and I put a hole through it, and I put a little ribbon like this through the hole and tie it to the bag, and with a little personalized note. And if they're out of town, some people are out of town, order to their own home, but once in a while I have an out of towner for whatever reason wants it to come to my house, and then I mail it to them. I don't know why they want to do it that way. It doesn't make sense. But when they do that, I write them a thank you note, put a stamp on it, and mail it separate. And oftentimes they're getting that thank you note 2 or 3 days before they get their order. And so, yes, for the thank yous. Yes. And we have to recognize you're so right on that. And excuse the way I look, I'm sick, but I had to tell you about James Gregory and the America's Funniest Man, because a lot of times the best title that we end up with in our life is one we gave ourselves, for real.
Right. Exactly.
You
And we
Thank you,
don't have to
guys.
answer to the other titles that people assign to us.
No, ma'am.
Right, guys, let's get a picture right quick. I see Alicia
Lord.
just remind us, let's get our picture. So Alicia, let us know when you get ready to take that picture. Well, Alicia, are you taking a picture? I can't remember who's taking
Yeah,
the
I
picture.
gotcha. I haven't
Okay.
set it up yet. I had to get out of my mute
Okay.
phase there. All right,
Okay.
everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese. Oh, somebody sent a message. Hold on. Popped up on the screen. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. Got it.
Thank you, girl. Thank you for that reminder. Yeah, that's anybody else. Christina, that was a good comparison.
Thank you, Debbie. This gentleman was so funny. I just looked it up on Google. 78 years old, and it was probably only 6 months ago the last time that he was performing, and he was so funny. He was so funny, and he would tell a joke about anything. He would tell a joke about church. He would tell a joke about fat people, and I am overweight, and I did not take offense. I mean, he would have the biggest people in the audience laughing at the fat person joke. I mean, he was just funny. He just straight up was genuine. And that's what made him. Gail, you're the same way. Somebody's calling me, which is messing up anyway. But Gail, you're the same way. When you're genuine, people feel it. And I
Right.
think that's why this man was so successful with his comedy tours, going all the way until he's 78 years old,
Mm-hmm.
because he was genuine, and if you went there, you just felt like you were part of his family. I don't care how young or how old you were or anything else. You just felt like you were just talking to your uncle or something, like listening to your uncle's story at a family reunion or something like that. He was just hilarious. So, but yeah,
Right.
he named himself America's Funniest Man. And one of the I wasn't even going to try to tell you one of his jokes because I could never do it justice. But one of the funniest things he ever said, he was afraid of flying. So he went everywhere by car. The whole comedy tours that he did all over the US, he went by car. And he said, he was hilarious. He said, you've never seen a goose take your car down, but if you're in the air and one goose flies by, the whole plane is done. I mean, it was always just goofy stuff, but it was just, and he made himself the America's Funniest. So you can make yourself whatever you want to be. I call myself
Absolutely.
Cynthia Lady Spear. So
I like it.
our alter
It's
ego
good to have a little
deserve it.
That's
nickname.
right.
So, and
I
I
like
know
it.
I wanted Gail to also share with us how mobile she is and how she works her business on the go, because Gail, I saw Gail, I follow her all the time. I saw Gail all the way in Greece working her business, hitting goals. Can you let us know more about how you carry your business with you in various places?
Absolutely. And that's one of those areas of weaknesses that I'm working on, is to carry my business with me everywhere. And it's real simple. When I went on a cruise to Greece, we were gone for 13 days. And I was actually feeling a little down because wasn't on track the way I wanted to be on track. Now, I had exceeded several goals, but I'm a competitive person and I just wasn't where I wanted to be. Then I thought, I can take Cece anywhere. So guess what I did? I got that camera up, I put it in my face, and I think, guess what? I am working on the Great Isles of Greece, blah, 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 blah. And guess where I'm placing this order? Right here on this lovely seat. And I had my little drink with me. And I was like, and you can do the same thing. You can take it anywhere that you want to. It was really just a commercial for me. I didn't have a single Scentsy of any products on me, with me, or anything. But I had my face, and guess what I said? And thank you for shopping with your favorite Scentsy girl in Greece. Deuces. And I think I did that like twice. Yes.
I saw it. It was so cute. I said, "Oh my God, she doing a Scentsy commercial on the boat, wherever you. I couldn't tell where you were, but
He was on a
I
cruise
heard
ship.
that."
And I've
Mhm.
done since he's live with my dog. He's a Maltese, and I used the room spray, and I said that he was farting everywhere. And I said, so Cincy is not just for our two-legged friends; it's also available for our four-legged friends.
I saw that. That was cute. I think you did that right after. I think you joined TikTok after Tammy mentioned that, right?
I did. Yes. Yes.
So I can see you pay a very close attention because as she was talking about the room spray, going to potty, you went right on it, opened up that TikTok. I said, then I saw that video. It was so cute with the dog.
Yeah.
So in other words, you take action. So when you see the things that people are sharing, going live about, you're going to take action. You're taking a mental note and you're applying it. And you do this on a regular basis. Even though you're busy, you find time to incorporate your business with whatever you got going on. That's basically what you've done. That's how you've been able to achieve those levels that you've achieved. That's pretty commendable. That is
And I
amazing.
have to also say, as a mentor, and this is with everybody, if you posted things in the groups, you have allowed me to literally, and everybody, to cut and paste. I don't have to sit and think of what am I going to do. I don't have to call my son and say, hey, I need this, or find students to say, hey, I want this. I literally cut and paste. I have yet to create anything on my own yet. And I don't foresee me doing that. And we don't mind, we collectively as consultants, we don't mind other people using our product because we're all selling the same thing. And there's enough customers in this world that we can all have dibs in this opportunity.
Amen. There's a lot of people in the world. A lot of people in the world.
And everybody wants to smell good. Everybody. Your college kids, your young adults, your babies, your grandmas, grandpas, the pastor, the therapist, the preacher, you name it. Everybody wants to smell good. I have never in my life, I've been on this earth for 56 years, no one ever said they like smelling funk. Nobody. Nobody. So the ball's in our court. We win automatically.
And you know, a lot of times people buy from people who they like and trust.
You got it.
So they like you, they trust you. It doesn't, I mean, you sell anything. I mean, it's just, yeah, they like you, they trust you, they're gonna buy from you. And they're gonna refer people to you. So that's super important. That ties into the customer service. You know, you can crack jokes with them, pay compliments. People love to be, they like you to brag on them. They love compliments.
Yes.
They love that.
Yes. Y'all, my very first live was with my mother, who's 77. And I said, Mama, you got to do this for me. Tell them how wonderful your products are. She's like, well, Gail, I haven't even opened the box yet. I said, it doesn't matter. You just brag and you tell them how wonderful I am. And sure enough, she did. Y'all, I got more likes with that one video with my mom than that. So go with your mom, your grandmother, your cat, the dogs, everybody. Everybody deserves a commercial.
Yes, exactly. The kids,
Yes,
you're right. The
Alicia,
kids, the
older adults and
grandkids.
kids. Yes.
I was telling that to Katrina. Katrina is on our team. She has a lot of grandkids. She said, I want to do a video, but I want to make sure there's quiet space. I want to get them situated. I said, no, go live with them.
Right.
Go live with them. Put some stuff in their hands. So yeah, we want you to come as you are because it gives people a chance to see the real you.
Absolutely.
My grandson loves to take out my testers, and he knows where they're at in the closet, and he'll pull them out and just smell them. And people love to see kids interact and
Yes.
work with
Yes.
Cincy. They love it.
Yes, they do. And you grab attention. You know, those type of videos are videos that people like to see anyway.
Yeah, definitely. And Gail, I just love that you call them commercials. I love it. I think it's awesome. So I think that's going to be one of my new words. Instead of going live, I'm making Cincy commercials on Facebook.
Yeah, let's start saying, do our Cincy
Exactly.
commercial. Are you ready for your commercial?
You
Yeah.
ready for your latest commercial? We're
Exactly.
there. Coming to you live, straight from the living room. Here's your final
I
Cincy
love-
commercial for the day.
I
From
love
your
it. I
favorite
love
Cincy
it.
girl, we're here.
Yep, yep. We're here.
And I don't, you know, like me, I don't have an office that I work from.
Me
I'm just
either.
all over the place. I'm in the kitchen, I'm in the dining room, on the back porch, I'm everywhere. So I don't, just wherever I am, wherever I can get some service.
You got it. You got it.
I have a small area behind me, as you can see right there. My printer and then my Cricut is right over there, but that's the little space I have. But most of the time I go live when I'm driving in the car.
Yep. That
Yes.
is.
It's my space. It's my quiet space.
Exactly.
Yes, I know we're almost at the top of the hour. This call has been pretty amazing. This is the first time we've ever done it like this, Dr. Gail. We are just so happy that you have decided to come and share with us. So I want to ask this question, guys. Just like last week, we asked this question. We want to know do we have somebody for next week? I can't remember because I think Tammy put a schedule out there. Anybody know? Do we have one? Anybody line up for
Yes.
next Tuesday?
We do have it. Let me
Okay, thank you, Alicia. I appreciate that.
Sorry, I'm trying to watch about Hurricane Beryl. I have family in Jamaica, so my husband's
Oh,
from
wow.
Jamaica. Yeah, my husband's
Is that-
Jamaican, and we're watching for our family.
Is that the same storm that hit through Mexico?
That's headed toward Mexico. There right now, it's hit already, like down in the Grenada Islands and Martinique and several other places.
Wow.
Okay,
Oh.
that was this past Monday. Let me see. Trying to get through here, guys. I'm on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah, Tammy called out somebody, but I don't remember who the name was. She did
Yeah.
designate somebody.
Let me see. I know she
I
put
thought
a
so.
list.
Yeah, she put a list out there, and I don't recall the names from the list. So
That's
I
still
think that
Monday.
for SFR week, I think we could probably skip that Tuesday because for those,
Yeah.
so we have quite a few attending
On-
SFR, and some will be going
On the
virtual.
July calendar, she has it where it says SFR starts on the 16th.
Okay.
So she needed somebody to run the live, in which, I mean, because we'll be at Universal when it's time to go live, when it's time to do our Zoom meeting, our connection call. So,
Yeah, we could probably skip the 16th. This will be our first time.
yeah.
Do we have anybody set for the 9th?
I think so. I'm trying to see who it is.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm finally at Sunday of this week.
Okay.
I think what we should do is pin it. When I find it, I'll see if I can pin it,
Okay, great.
the group, and then that way,
I can't pin anything from my phone anymore. I had to do it from the desk, from the computer.
I know it's so weird that it makes you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, June 29th. What was
That's July the 9th.
July?
Yeah, July 9th. Today is the 2nd.
Yeah, but it was last Tuesday that we figured that out, right? What day was last
Right.
Tuesday?
It was in June.
Yeah,
It was the,
let's see.
like
hold on.
the 25th or
The 25th. So I'm at the 28th in the group. So
Okay.
hold on. I was scrolling. Okay, on to the 27th. Were you guys so excited to hear that Heidi and Orville are back?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely.
I loved
So
watching them.
happy.
I am just wondering how they're gonna do pictures at SFR, because
Oh
everybody gonna
my,
want to take a picture with them. I bet they
everybody.
won't do that.
Oh, no, they have to have tight security.
Mhm.
Definitely. Okay, I'm on the
Hey, Debbie.
26th.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Alicia.
No, go ahead while I'm looking. Go ahead.
Okay, Debbie, I was gonna say, so when you guys get back from SFR, you guys are gonna have a lot of information to give us, and you're probably gonna, you guys that went to SFR are gonna need to leave for a while. But after that, maybe we could have people say what they're unsure about, or what they're weak in, or what they can use help in, whether it's something, whether they have trouble with something in the workstation, whether they don't know how to use, maybe they don't know how to copy and paste, or who knows what. And maybe we could do a topic and for a few minutes where, whoever
You know what,
knows about
Christina,
that
what you
would
can do,
help.
Christina, what would be a good idea, maybe do a tally on TTS just to see where people weaknesses are. So we can have that. You know what I'm saying? If you can go out there on TTS and just note some things and do like a tally to see what people would like to have more training in, then that way we can focus on that.
I think it would be good because I know there's some people that they let doubt in their heart. And so if they feel, just like me right now, my face is turning bright red from an illness that I have. So I would feel shy being on camera. Now I don't anymore. But if you don't know how to do something, some people are afraid to ask too. So sometimes it's not
Yes.
just anxiety that's keeping them from doing it. It's, I was always taught no question is a dumb question. Just ask your question because you're never
Right.
going to learn if you don't ask. But some people are too shy even to ask. So
Yeah, I think it's a
I-
good idea. Yeah, put a tally out there of things that you feel that could be helpful to consultants,
I'll
so we
try
can
to
start
think of
focusing
some
on that.
things and I'll put a
And you
put a
can keep
tally out
adding,
there.
and you can keep adding to that
And they
tally.
can,
You know?
and they can add their
Or
self.
they can
Okay,
add,
I just
right.
wanted to share that just in case it would be helpful to anyone because
Yeah,
we don't
that's a
know
good,
where everybody's weak in, but we
I
that's a good
don't-
got
idea.
we got some helpful people here. So surely there are people that can help in the areas that other consultants are struggling in.
Let's see.
That's a good idea.
The
That's a great
following
start.
dates, I would like to get some volunteers to lead connection calls Tuesday. You don't have to be a leader, just share your story and what you're doing. We have the following dates available, July 9th and 16th. Even
Okay,
if you talk
so
for 15 to 20 minutes.
the 9th is open.
Thought
So-
somebody jumped in to say how they were gonna take it.
Oh, somebody did?
I thought so. I thought somebody said they would take the 9th.
Okay. I don't see it.
I don't
don't
see
see
it
it.
either.
Okay, Sakima, can you take the 9th?
I love Sakima. I love hearing her voice and hearing her talk.
Hi, I'm sorry, I was on mute. I'm gonna say I probably have to let you. That's my daughter's 21st birthday, so I know I won't probably be able to be.
Oh, okay, I see.
I'm
Mhm.
so
That's a
sorry.
birthday. That's okay. That's okay. That was like, all right. How about you, Alicia?
Yeah, I'll take the 9th. I don't know what I'll talk about, but I'll definitely take the 9th.
Well, you got us here to back you up, girl. You know,
Of
Right.
course.
anybody to take these leads, you're not by yourself.
Yeah,
We'll pop
definitely.
in and you know how we roll.
I do. And that's why I love being here. And that's why I try to encourage as many people as I can to come
And
join.
talk about your struggle. What's the hardest thing for you? Talk about
Ooh,
that
Lord.
starting it off. One
Yeah,
thing.
that's what
thing.
this is all about, right? It's all about
Yeah.
that. That's why we call it a connection call, because we want you to come out with your struggles, your victories, your rahas, your ha-has, and whatever, your
Well-
your aha moments, and all of that.
Right. My favorite thing is to go live. I go live while I'm baking cakes. I go live while I'm driving, talk about cakes and Scentsy and family and real estate. So
That's what we can hold for next week, girl. That's what
Yep.
that's what you can talk about next week.
And
So
a lot of people don't
appreciate
like to
this.
do live. They scared to do live. So
for sure. Nope. I love it
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm just talking to friends. Like we're having
That's
this
all.
conversation right now, and that's just the way
That's it.
I do it. And I actually it felt really good 2 calls ago. I got to talk after Christina talked. She and I chatted through Messenger and became friends on Facebook, and it made me feel good that I was able to help her get through her struggle in dealing with something she was dealing with. So, I'm one of those, I like to give more than I take as well. So whatever I can give to help
Hey.
someone else, that's
Well,
what
we
I do.
appreciate that. We appreciate all of you guys, and Dr. Gail, we can't thank you enough for stepping in here, only being a consultant, just what, 2 months? Not even 2 months. But she's
Right.
still within her first 70 days, guys. Her 70-day ends on the 16th. So that's pretty incredible. We are so grateful to have you to be a part of our family.
thank
So-
you. Mhm.
Yes.
So, guys, we are about to close this out since we're past the top of the hour. So thank you guys, and love each and every one of you guys. Have a great night.
All right, bye
See you
bye.
next
Talk to
week.
you
Thank
later.
you.
Bye.
Happy 4th.
Happy
Yeah,
Fourth.
happy 4th.
Stay cool. Stay
Goodbye.
cool.
Yes.
Bye.